If you are confident and you feel like you have a handle on whatever business venture you're going into, if you're willing to outwork your competition, then I say make the jump. My name is Gialanella. I'm the owner of Gialanella Family Dentistry. I graduated Siena in 1999. I went in as a biology major. I knew I wanted to do something in the medical field. I was looking into medical school, then dental school, and I basically went and observed my sophomore year all sorts of different practices, a couple hospitals, and my next door neighbor was a dentist, and I went and observed him, and that's how I kind of decided on dental school. I graduated from NYU Dental School in 2003. After that, I did a residency out in Long Island at Nassau University Medical Center. So a little bit more training, and was kind of focused on patients that need a lot of dentistry, kind of, we call it full mouth reconstruction. That was a lot of the training. When you go into the field of dentistry, a couple of things. One, you're going to be in someone's mouth most of the day, right? So you have to be okay seeing everything that goes on in someone's mouth. The next thing is you have to want to work with your hands. Then all of a sudden you get to dental school, you're like, oh, I'm going to own a business. So basically what I did was I got out of residency, got a little bit of experience, and then I went to a place called the Schuster Center, and it was about a 3-year program when I really understood what is overhead. How do you run a team meeting? What statistics should you track weekly, monthly, annually? The slang term would be like an MBA for dentists. 2004, decided to come back up in the Albany area. I started looking at dental practices, moved up here July 2005 to purchase a small dental practice from an older dentist that was looking to retire. I already had a deal structured with the previous dentist. So basically, I was gonna work for him for 2 years. I saw how a dental practice operated. It gave me 2 years to get out and meet the people in the dental community, get my name out so that I could get patients in that way as well. Yeah, July 1st, 2007, then I took over ownership of the practice. We are a general dental practice. I didn't want to practice dentistry like I was on a hamster wheel. I wanted to take time with patients. Many practices, you just go in, you get your teeth cleaned, the dentist comes in for 5 or 10 minutes at the end. We do it a little bit differently. All right, this is topical. Yeah. We have a new patient come to us. We sit in here in my consultation room, and I basically have a little interview with the patient. What brings them in? What has their past dental experience been? What are they nervous about? Then we go and do a very thorough exam for the patient. We invite them back for, we call it a review of findings visit. I actually type up for them all of my thoughts about their mouth. If it's a single tooth issue, if it's gum disease diagnosis, then we talk about the global problems that they may be having. What if they don't fix their mouth? What could happen? And at that point, then we set up visits and figure out what do we need to do for this person. Many patients haven't been through anything like that before, kind of higher quality, relationship-based dentistry. We are really catering to patients that are looking for an overall plan. It always just came back to what would I want as a patient? And that's how we kind of made decisions on how to form our practice and grow our practice. It's really slow growth where you're building trust, you're trying to build your name in the community. There were a fair number of bumps in the road. There were some sleepless nights between my wife and I just balancing everything. At one point, I had a 3-year-old, and then we had twins. So that was, I guess, maybe some of it's luck, some of it was skill in selecting the practice. And then I was here for 5 years before my brother came up to join me.
You removed, I don't know, what do you think?
He's trying to save it.
Okay.
After I went to NYU, he went to the same residency program I went to, so I knew we had the same training, we had the same background. Once my brother decided, okay, I'm going into dentistry too, then I said, all right, let's do it together. It's really great working with him because we bounce ideas off each other, and frankly, who can you trust more than family? When I first started, really we had 3 full-time employees. Now we're up to 15 employees. Slowly over the years, one opportunity would lead to the next where we had older dentists come to us who didn't want to sell to a corporation. We were in the area and one older dentist came to us and said, hey, would you guys take over my patient base? So we did that. Then a few years later, another dentist said to us, hey, I know you took over so-and-so's practice. Can you take over mine? We've somehow taken over 5 dental practices. I have about 3,500 patients in the practice. And we draw from a relatively wide geographic range. We get people coming from an hour and a half away. So I'm 47 now, and I look back and part of me says, boy, what was I thinking when I was 27? Dental school, you come out and you have that debt, and you could either let the debt eat you alive where you make some bad decisions, or you just let it motivate you. So I knew I didn't have the personality to work for someone else for a long time. You look yourself in the mirror and say, okay, if that's you, then you're gonna have to make it and have your own practice. I love coming to work. I like the challenge, just how to run the practice and how to actually execute dentistry. The thing that I'm the most proud of is that my brother and I, we have created a successful business. We've provided for our own families. Our families can be proud of the reputation that we've developed. I really enjoy when my kids ask me about the practice, because while they don't want to go into dentistry, I think they can learn a lot of lessons from what my brother and I kind of did here.